Hello, today's video is my week 18 pregnancy update. So this is from week 14 to week 18. The biggest thing that happened to me is the fact that I felt the first moments of the baby. And right now I'm at 18 weeks and 6 days. Tomorrow will be 19 weeks. The first movement I felt was at exactly 15 weeks and 6 days, so almost at 16 weeks. That first movement is called quickening and it's very easy to confuse with gas or any kind of I guess intestinal movements. I was pretty sure it was the baby because I'd never felt anything like it. It was quite peculiar. And at that time I was alone at home. Luca was actually in Italy for a week, so I had no one to share that moment with. And when Luca was going to Italy, I told him that I really hoped I wouldn't feel the baby's moments while he was gone, because I would want him to be close to me when it happened. Of course, I know that it's too early for him to feel the moments on the outside or to see them, but still I really wanted to share that moment with him, but it didn't happen. But at least we shared that moment talking on WhatsApp on the phone, which was better than nothing. And the moment felt like some sort of a vibration or fluttering in my lower belly, like really low, right in the center of my belly. And it lasted for maybe 2 minutes. And I just sat there completely mesmerized. And then the next day it happened again, but just for maybe 20 seconds. And I've been feeling it every other day, and lately pretty much every single day. As long as I'm not too busy, if I just sit down, relax for a moment, I start feeling it. Especially if my bladder is full and I'm really desperate to pee, I guess it puts pressure on the uterus and I feel the kicking more. Another really exciting thing that happened very recently, just a few days ago, was hearing our baby's heartbeat when we went to see the midwife at 18 weeks, and it was just such a special moment. We already heard the heartbeat during the first scan at 12 weeks, so it wasn't the first time we heard it, but it was still so nice to know that it was all fine and our kitten was strong, and you know, the heartbeat was there. The heartbeat was somewhere between 152 and 156, which according to the old wives' tale sounds like a girl, but of course nobody really knows. The midwife also measured my the length of my uterus from the pubic bone to the top of the fundus, which was 18 weeks, and that's exactly how it should be at 18 weeks. So the kitten seems to be growing really well. The top of my uterus is sitting exactly at my belly button right now, which is perfect. It should reach belly button around 20 weeks, and I'll be 19 weeks tomorrow. And it's interesting how when I wake up in the morning, the top of the uterus is actually so much higher, because I'm always desperate to pee when I wake up. I don't get up to pee during the night at all. I know, I'm so lucky. I have an incredible bladder. I've always had a really incredible one. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm pretty desperate. I can hardly reach the toilet. And at that point, the uterus is like 2 centimeters higher than normal because the bladder is pushing it up. So that's quite interesting. For baby bump, I definitely have some going on right now. I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the video. It's not really visible to strangers when I'm wearing clothes, but you know, when I wear something tight, you can definitely see a little baby bump going on. It's quite small in the morning, it doesn't look like much, and then it gets bigger and bigger towards the evening. But I think I'm definitely on the smaller side at the moment, probably because I'm really tall. I'm 1.80 m, which I think is 5'11". So there's plenty of room for my baby to grow. I also have a very long torso, and it's my first baby, and I've been exercising my abs for years, so all the ab muscles are probably just holding it in. So yeah, I can't wait to have a proper belly that I can show off to everyone, and that there will be no more doubts to anyone that I'm pregnant when they see me. Both Luca and I have feelings that it's a girl, but of course nobody knows for sure, and we surely don't mind either, because we want to have a girl and a boy sooner or later anyway, so it doesn't matter who we start from. But it's just a gut feeling that we both have that it's a girl. And also when we had our 12-week scan, if you believe in something called the nub theory, baby nub theory, and it's supposed to be around 90% accurate, telling what the gender of your baby is going to be when you have a scan at 12 weeks. So according to that theory, it looks like a girl, but we'll see. We'll have another scan at almost 22 weeks, and that's going to be 11th of January, and that's when we're going to find out. The baby nub theory is actually really interesting. It's based on the angles of the lower spine and the pubic bone. So if the pubic bone is kind of pointing up, then it's a boy, and if it's more parallel to the lower spine, then it's a girl, and ours is like that. So we will see. I'll keep you posted. But as I said, we'll be super happy with either. Now, talking about symptoms, luckily, thank God, all of the symptoms have pretty much disappeared, apart from 1 or 2, which are not really bad and they don't really bother me. And in general, I've been really enjoying the second trimester so far. So I still have clogged left ear for most of the day, and right now as well, which makes it really weird for me to talk. I get kind of breathless when I'm like this, and it's just really, really annoying. So I'm really hoping it's not going to stay like this forever. And when that happens, I also get a stuffy nose, runny nose, which is called the pregnancy rhinitis, and it's very common. A lot of women go through it, but you know, it's not something really bad that bothers me too much, so that's all right. There's a small price to pay for growing this beautiful kitten inside of my belly. In my last update, I told you about this tailbone pain that was really bothering me. That lasted for maybe 3-4 weeks, and it went away completely, and now for the last 2 or 3 weeks I haven't had any at all. I've had no back pain or any kind of pains at all. Actually, been feeling great, going for walks with no troubles, not feeling anything, which is great. I had the side ligament pain maybe 3 times or so, like sneezing or getting up very quickly, but that went away. One thing that still remains is a very sensitive and strong gag reflex. So especially if I'm hungry, I still struggle brushing my teeth, especially cleaning my tongue. I still nearly throw up doing it, which it's okay, it's not too bad. And then if I wake up in the morning and I don't eat something right away, or if I just eat some fruit but nothing salty, that can make me quite nauseous as well. But still a very mild nausea, nothing like I experienced in the first trimester. So it's nothing at all, and I feel fine throughout the rest of the day, so all good. One thing I noticed is that most of the times I have great energy, probably better energy than I remember for years. I just feel happy and energetic and motivated most of the time, but then out of the blue I just get tired and I need to have a nap like at random times. I totally burn out, but then I have a quick nap and I'm fine again. So that's definitely something I noticed, that I can really push myself, but then I just hit the wall and I need to go and rest. I'm still sleeping well. I still don't feel like my belly is disturbing my sleep in any way. I don't need to get any pregnancy pillow at all. I've always slept on my left side, so nothing really needs to change there. So second trimester has definitely been incredible for me. I don't mind the changes in my body at all. Actually, I really love them, and they've all been good, to be honest. I mean, the only real change in my shape that I see is the fact that my belly is growing, but nothing else is changing. I haven't gained any weight anywhere else so far. I gained back all the weight I lost during the first trimester, so now I'm back to my starting weight. And here in Spain, they're actually quite strict with the weight. Ideally, they want you to gain around 6-7 kilos from your starting point. So far I'm right on track. One thing that I've been really enjoying is that the feeling of thirst has come back. During the first trimester, I was so nauseous and I couldn't even look at any kind of water, any kind of drink, to be honest. And I really struggled because I love drinking. I love my teas, I love water. But now that feeling is back and I feel really thirsty. And again, that's really normal because the baby takes up so much of the blood flow, so the blood flow actually increases. There's much more blood volume in the body, and the baby also needs to replace the fluid all the time. So the need for water definitely increases, and I'm really happy that my body craves it now and makes it easy for me to drink it. I still can't drink my teas though, apart from one. I can only drink my linden blossom tea. All the other teas like peppermint and chamomile still make me sick. Can't even look at them. So I really hope that once this baby's born, I'm going to be able to drink all my teas again. My skin has been absolutely incredible during this pregnancy, and with each week it's just getting better and better. Fingers crossed it's going to stay like this forever. It's just so smooth, so soft, like baby's butt, and there are no spots at all. Again, old wives would say that it means it's a boy, but then there are other symptoms pointing to a girl, so who knows. But my skin has definitely been thriving on these pregnancy hormones. Also my hair. I told you I had quite a bit of hair loss in the first trimester, but now it's all stopped. Now it's back to normal, and my hair feels so much softer and silkier, and seriously, this pregnancy is just so far amazing for my body. And to end with, I'm going to share with you quite an interesting experience about iodine. So in my last update, I told you that my TSH, the thyroid stimulating hormone, was quite high, and I just felt really rubbish at the moment, and I knew my thyroid was struggling during the first trimester because my half moons on the nails had completely disappeared. And I talked about it in a previous video about what your nails say about your health, and basically the lack of half moons means that your thyroid is struggling. It could be because of iodine deficiency, B12 deficiency, iron deficiency, copper deficiency, any of the minerals that are important for your thyroid function. I was watching my half moons disappear and I felt completely helpless. But then my doctor told me that even though I live on an island in the middle of the ocean, deficiency of iodine is actually really common here, and she told me to take extra iodine because that's what you're supposed to do here during pregnancy. So at first I started taking some pregnancy multivitamin with iodine, then I dropped that, and instead I just started taking some kelp powder of around 200 micrograms of iodine a day, and that made such a difference for the way I feel. Possibly iodine deficiency has always been in the picture, has always been important, but the pregnancy, because it increases your demand, your body's demand for iodine, it kind of made the whole issue worse and made it really visible. And thank God I finally took action and reversed it. So now I feel great, my nails are doing great, the half moons are beautiful and getting bigger every day, and hopefully the kitten is getting enough iodine as well. And now let me show you the little baby bump that finally has sprouted. So, by the way, I got these tops. I love the shape so much that I bought 3 of them. They're kind of tied up at the front, and they're so perfect for pregnancy. There's plenty of room for my belly, and it's going to be perfect for breastfeeding and for, you know, after pregnancy as well. It's just brilliant. So this is what my belly looks like right now. And it's evening time, it's around 5 o'clock, so it's probably the biggest it's going to be in the whole day. There we go. I just love the way it looks, and I don't know, I can't stop looking at it. So I guess that's all I wanted to tell you in this pregnancy update. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it, whether you're pregnant yourself at the moment, or whether you're just preparing for it, or maybe you're not even preparing for it, but you just like to know for the future what it really feels like. So they say that the second trimester is the honeymoon period, is amazing for most women, and it definitely is. I really hope that it will continue like this, and I'm looking forward to our next scan on the 11th of January, which is going to be week 22, and right afterwards I'm going to make another pregnancy update and hopefully be able to announce the gender of our kitten. If you're expecting as well, I would love to know that, so definitely let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this video, and Merry Christmas, by the way, because I don't think there will be another video before Christmas. So Merry Christmas, enjoy the time with the family, have a great time, and I'll see you in my next video next week.